Hey guys. So, scrolling through the social media networks, I've noticed something about YouTube, and it's sort of just been driving me crazy lately. If you go on like Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr and all those fucking things, you don't really see a lot of like hate speech towards gays. Like it just doesn't really happen. But if you go on YouTube and there's any video that happens to like mention a gay person or whatever, especially with someone like BuzzFeed that's really popular, there is all the comments make me fucking sad because all the comments are is like they're going to fucking evil gay people, they're all disgusting, and you could have your opinion on it, whatever, but unless you walked in my shoes, you have no idea what it's like to be gay. You have no idea. I spent fucking my whole teenage life praying and hoping and just wishing to God that I was not gay. Because I just wanted to be like everybody else. I was already weird enough. I did not want something else to make me weirder. But you know what? This is the fucking card I was dealt, and this is who I am. I could either learn to love who I am, or I could spend the rest of my life in a closet and fucking miserable. And I refuse to spend the rest of my life miserable. That's fucking stupid. But now, there's like two arguments usually that come out when people don't like gay people. The first one is the Bible, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. And I did not grow up in a religious household whatsoever. My family does not, is not religious. They did not grow up in it. That is just how we roll. So if you grew up in a religious household and you were told your whole life that gay people are wrong and disgusting and deviant and all this kind of stuff, I guess I can understand why you would think that way. I mean, I would think since it's 2015, you would have enlightened yourself by this point and realized that it's just another sexual orientation and it's not, disgusting or deviant. But to an extent, I can understand that because that's all you know and that's what you grew up with. And to an extent, I don't want to agree with it, but I can understand it. However, there's a second kind. And the other people compare us to fucking pretty much tell us that we have mental disorders and then compare us to people who are pedophiles and people who practice bestiality because we're all in deviant sexual behavior and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Bullshit. There is one magical word that makes all that whole entire statement wrong, and it is consent. I am a consenting adult in a consenting relationship with another adult. No problem there. We both consent to this. We both want to be in this relationship. We are both happy people in this relationship. You cannot get a 3-year-old to consent to sex because that's disgusting, and that's a 3-year-old. 3-year-old cannot consent to sex. So pedophilia, out. Same thing with bestiality. A dog, cat, whatever the fuck you want to fuck, cannot consent to sex. So again, bestiality, out. Yes, in the fucking 60s, the early 70s, homosexuality was considered a mental disorder. But they changed it in like 1974. It's fucking 2015. Can we get with the fucking times now? Like, it's been a goddamn while. But whatever on that. I mean, it just seems so ridiculous. And like, I really don't know if they're just trolling and trying to get me all riled up because it's fucking working. But it just seems so ridiculous because, I mean, I'm in the best relationship I've ever been in my life. Like, I could not be happier. My fucking wife is amazing. She has changed my life. She has actually made me from this like bitter, jaded, angry bitch to still bitter and jaded, but not as much. I don't hate everybody the first time I meet them, at least. So that's a bonus right there. She's changed my life and she's an amazing person. And to think that people think that's wrong, like it boggles my fucking mind because it's just like, how can you think that like this amazing relationship I have is wrong? Like, believe me, I was born this way, like 100%. And yes, people make the comments, well, pedophiles are born that way, and people who are in bestiality are born that way. Yeah, they totally were. So are serial killers. Just because you're born a certain way does not mean that you are allowed to act upon it. If you were born a fucking serial killer, it doesn't mean that you're allowed to kill people because you were born that way. I'm sure most serial killers were born that way. I'm sure Ted Bundy was born that way. It doesn't give him a right to kill people. What I'm doing hurts no one. Actually, it enriches my life. It enriches Shannon's life. It is nothing wrong for anyone. So to be made to feel like I have a mental disorder and that I'm just, disgusting because of what I choose to be is ridiculous because I tell you right now, there's no choice involved in it. There's no choice involved in it. I am just living my life. 100%. And it's just ridiculous that there's so many, and like, it's always on YouTube. Like, I see it more on YouTube than anything else. And I don't know if it's just, I really think it's just because they can be anonymous and people like to troll, and because they can be anonymous, they can just be assholes about it. But people can be so fucking closed-minded, and it's just like, why are straight people so concerned about what's going on in my bedroom? Like, that's what I don't understand. Because that's the first thing you hear. And honestly, it's usually not with lesbians. Usually they're pretty much cool with lesbians. It's usually with the gay men. Like, I hear so much shit like, oh my god, assholes are not meant for penises and blah, blah, blah. Okay, if assholes aren't meant for penises, then why is the male G-spot in their ass? That's what I'd like to know. Like, did God make a mistake? Not God. I mean, really, like, is that, like, that makes no sense. If there is a G-spot in your ass, that means things in your ass feel really good for males. So that means all males are supposed to be gay? No. Liking anal play does not make you a gay man. There's one thing that makes you a gay man: getting a boner for another dude. If you see a dude and you get a boner, hey, you might be gay. Anything else does not make you fucking gay. Like, it's that simple. If I look at a female and I'm like, holy shit, she's hot. Why? Because I'm a lesbian. Common sense, guys. Common sense. Let's use it. I mean, it's 2015. Like, it's 2015. And we're still having this conversation. Now, mind you, life, it's definitely, gotten better and gotten easier for gay people. Because I know when I was in high school, like, I would not have dared. I mean, mind you, I was totally in denial of who I was anyway. But even if I knew that I was gay, there was no way in fucking hell I would have came out. Because it was like social fucking suicide. And it was even worse for my wife. Like, she was pretty much told to leave school because she was disruption to the students because she was so blatantly gay. And that was only in the 90s. So things have definitely changed, and that's wonderful. But we still have a little bit more to go. And I honestly think the more these younger generations grow up, the less this is even going to be an issue. Because it seems like the people that have the biggest problem with gay people are usually older than me. The ones that are in the 40s or 50s or 60s, they tend to be the ones that have the biggest issue. It seems like the teenagers, like the 18, 19, 20-year-olds, have no problem with it. I actually had a conversation with my one of my really good friends' daughter the other day, and she's 9. And she even said something about it, how it's like, we have a gay kid in our class, and it doesn't matter. That's wonderful. That's amazing. That gives me such hope for the future. Because you know what? In 20 years from now, this is going to be the most ridiculous conversation. This video is going to be like, wow, that actually happened. Because I have faith that it's going to see something. I'm going to see this in my generation, in my lifetime. I'm going to see it where gay people are just average Joe. I don't even want gay marriage. I just want fucking marriage. I don't want to be singled out. I don't give a shit about gay pride, any of that, because you know what? I did nothing to become gay. I was born like this. So I think it's silly to have gay pride and all that nonsense. No, I think it's silly. I mean, you can be proud of who you are, but you did nothing to become it, so why are you so proud? It's the same thing when people are like proud of their skin color. It'd be like me being proud that I have black hair. Like, woo, black hair pride. Like, that's fucking stupid. But I honestly think that in the next 20 years, this is not even going to be an issue. It's just going to be another sexual orientation. That's all it's going to be. So, here's hope for the future.